Chair, Conference, Rosa Crowley Bennett, a serving firefighter and proud delegate of the Fire Brigades Union. Moving the motion, the emergency motion, Grenfell Tower fire. Conference. On the 14th of June 2017, the fire at Grenfell Tower claimed the lives of 72 people. It devastated a close-knit working-class community in the heart of London. My colleagues in London worked tirelessly in impossible conditions in the face of an unprecedented fire. This tragedy also marked the beginning of a national scandal, which continues to unfold in front of our eyes. The evidence now revealed through the Grenfell Tower inquiry shows the appalling disregard for safety in favour of profit. After 40 years of deregulation, companies used the UK's lack of effective building regulation in order to wrap a residential tower block in the equivalent of 32,000 litres of petrol. The facts are in the open. They knew the cladding was unsafe. They knew it represented a fire risk. They knew the risk to life. Conference. In all the discussion of regulation and legislation, we must not forget that this debate is about real people with real fears, suffering grave injustices in what should be the most basic of rights, the right to a decent and safe home. One story that stays with me is from my old station area in Moss Side, Manchester. My crew and I were carrying out a high-rise building visit after the Grenfell Tower fire. We were knocking on doors and providing safety advice to residents. One resident on the 5th floor told me that she had become so terrified of the fire risk and apparent lack of progress to address this that she had bought a rope ladder, which she planned to use to escape from a window in case of a fire. That's a real person, so desperate at the lack of progress in making her home safe that she had taken matters into her own hands, potentially risking her life in doing so. This is a scandal that spans governments over many years, but it's a scandal that the Tory government has failed to address now. 4 years after Grenfell, and still, 17,000 buildings are wrapped in dangerous cladding. 4 years after Grenfell, and over 320,000 people are still living in homes with unsafe cladding. 4 years after Grenfell, and still no justice and no peace for the families of those killed. What are politics for if not to address these issues? What is Conference for if not to hold the Tory government to account for their failure to act in this ongoing national scandal? We need action. We demand action, and we demand it now. The building safety crisis is ruining and endangering people's lives, yet the government bury their heads in the sand. Conference. As a firefighter, I can assure you that fire won't wait, and nor should we. Support this motion. It's time to act. It's time for justice for Grenfell.
Thank you, Delegate, for your passionate speech and also for the work that you do to support all of our communities.